Wait, I'm starting to film now. I'll film whatever I want. Dude, come on. Dude, you're not the king of China. Come on, relax. Everyone, welcome to Lincoln. By popular request, we've headed back south. And we're going to cut... Oh, hello. Viewers said, if you think Nottingham's rough, try Lincoln. And I've never been here. This has never appeared on my channel. So without further ado, let's do something novel, brand new, exciting, and let's see if this city can live up to its historical reputation. Some are quite good. Right, I seem to have stumbled across some sort of high street, shopping street, pedestrianised. We passed the degenerate gambling places. And did you know that from 1311, Lincoln held the tallest building on the planet distinction? The first true skyscraper, Lincoln Cathedral, from 1311 until something like 1580, is the biggest building on Earth, tallest building on Earth. Probably not as girthy as the Egyptian pyramids, which are many more thousands of years old. There's a lot of royal history here. A lot of that's why they built that giant cathedral. They had to impress the peasants, and as we all know, that immoral coupling between Christianity and monarchy, so that people like us knew where we stood, kept docile. Yeah. You'll get your reward in the afterlife. Just don't rock the boat, peasant boy. Lincoln Guildhall. It's about 500 years old. They just don't build them like they used to. Look, just imagine the horses and carriages and archers and knights and peons walking through these arches. We're through the Guildhall now. I think I've stumbled across some care in the community. There's some... you're meant to call them people with learning difficulties, but I prefer the classic mentally retarded. Retarded just means slowly, late developed. I don't see anything wrong with it, but okay, learning difficulties. But we're not going to focus on them, even though they are currently grabbing their carer by the throat. No, Charlie, you're going to go to hell. That's not funny. Here are Lincoln's famous LG TV 4K Plus political benches. And legend has it that if you sit on the gay bench, you turn gay. Legend has it, I'm just doing a tour of Lincoln, that if you sit on the gay bench, it turns you gay.
How do you know I'm not gay?
Are you gay?
I'm not prepared to say.
Look at that, no comment, cut! Pigeons are steering well clear of the LG TV 4K Plus. They're more of a Samsung kind of avian. But there you go, canal through the center with some horrific corporate art. Looks like two demons reaching across in a mockery of The Hand of God by Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel. Ugh. Good news is a couple of chubby they-thems are enjoying the LG TV 4K bench. Very apt. Turn around. Tudor. King Henry VIII. He, is sequel after sequel. There are so many Henrys. Not King Henry I or V. I forget which one defeated the French knights at Agincourt. Is it the fifth? Probably one of the Henrys. Now we've got Prince Harry, who is with Meghan. And some hippy-dippy bollocks propaganda here by Chalk. The earth loves you. What a load of shit. They say nature is Satan's playground. Everything on earth is trying to destroy you, be it a virus, a predator, the government, a police state. We overuse love, the word love. It's a deep, philosophically profound, metaphysical concept. One love! War Memorial. Hi, madam, how are you? Look at that, very nice. No one does war memorials like the British. I guess when you've sent millions of young men to their torturous death for people much richer and more elite than them, you have to kind of celebrate them. Sorry. Wrong meeting, guys. I'm down at the docks in Liverpool tomorrow. Fight talism. No one likes a talisman. In fact, no one likes a talon. So they've taken out the cap. Just fight it. And we continue.
3 minutes.
Look at that. You give a retard a chalk, he becomes a chief propagandist. Becomes a right old Goebbels. Or what was his name? Who was it? That little rat-faced one, the little rat-faced incel that did not look like a Ubermensch, did not look like an Aryan. What was his name? Hey guys, let me. Hello.
Hello.
Are you Lincolnians?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and you're wearing a birthday badge. Look at that. Everyone, wish her happy birthday. What's your name?
Katie.
Katie, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And what's your name?
Ian.
Ian.
Cheers,
No happy birthday for you, but thanks for watching anyway. Cheers, guys.
Thanks,
See you, mate. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye. And I forgot the woolly hat and glove combo. Anyone for a train? Right through the city centre. Look at that. Yeah, it's cold. It's about 10 degrees with a moderate breeze. There was a storm that came through Britain. And it's not like the United States or Canada or Australia, you know, big countries. No, Britain's tiny. So one storm can absolutely butt-F the whole country. Wonder if it got bombed here. This is why they had to build this shit. Wonder if the Luftwaffe absolutely twatted certain parts of Lincoln like they did to other cities, thus creating opportunities for architects who hated themselves, nihilist architects, to enrich the street. We look back to where we came from. You can see the world's former tallest skyscraper. Now it's a mere sky tickler. The spires of Lincoln Cathedral. And just to the right, look at this piece of shit bit of art here. Look at that. Halloween. Wow. Wow. It's sanitized fear. Corporatized fear as well. I'm assuming I'm a clever guy. That's Lincoln train station. Oh, and I think I've stumbled across the poorer end of town. Yup, this is the rougher end of town. Gambling, charity shops, gambling, cheap-ass pawn shop, police car going past, charity shop, pub. My God. Ooh. Not even the peacocks could survive the rubbish end of town. Iceland, though, still selling shit to plebs, still doing well. Lincolnshire, there you go. Yep, rougher end of town. Red arrows above the magistrate's court. A place where dreams go to die, and the government reminds you, not using their goons in fancy dress, they can kick your door down, take you away, deprive you of your liberty for a minor vocal cord infraction, a tap-tap on the keyboard. But anyway, who's been missing the urban tomato plants? Someone's even set up an account on Twitter. Urban tomato plants. This one's a nice healthy one. Look at that. You gotta love it. At this time of year as well. He's flowering. Look, he's late. Popped into the Ritz, which is a Wetherspoons. Look at this nice brick Art Deco 1930s building. Now it's a Wetherspoons for my international audience. That's like the McDonald's of pubs. Cheap and cheerful, no music, but cheap and cheerful beer, cheap and cheerful drink, cheap and cheerful food. And I met a father and son fan combo. We took some photographs and they were very friendly. So when you watch this one's for you guys in there. What's a magistrate's court compared to, say, a crown court? I guess this would be for what my North American viewers would call a misdemeanor. And then if you're going to do a felony sounds like a... I bet there's people named Felony. It sounds like a kind of... Anyway. Yeah, just remember, at any time, the state... This is why the Americans have kept their guns, because enemies, foreign and domestic, at any time they can turn to shit and fuck you up. I've just smelt spicy cigarettes. Okay, we're going to try and get back towards the cathedral. You can see there in the background. The sun is shining. My bald head is warmed up from blood flow, from a bit of walking. The rail barriers have come down again, as we're so close to the train station. But so much of Britain isn't red phone boxes and palaces and cathedrals. It's... Hello, mate. All good. Thank you very much. Hey. So much of Britain is broken down 1960s crap. Broken dreams, broken hope. Right, let's train spot for a bit. Bit of train spotting. Where's your train? Cut. 3 YouTube, not TikTok.
YouTube.
Yeah, all
Do
this.
they go on to TikTok?
Not from me, but from my free marketing team. They steal them.
Okay.
But please subscribe to the YouTube. All around the country.
Yeah. Can I get a
But
picture?
of course you can. Come on in. Come stand next to me. I was going to say, look at this great guy, great taste. But subscribe to the YouTube,
YouTube.
or I'll hunt you down and force you to.
Nice one, mate.
Nice one, thank you. So 3.5 minutes later, no train. Look at the crowds building here, just waiting. Like the city cut in half. But
Yeah, they spent about 12 million building this bridge to walk over the fucking train
oh,
tracks.
there's a bridge.
Yeah,
Look at that. But who can be
and
our
lifts as well.
Yeah, but who can be bothered with that? Look behind me. There's a whole system.
No one's using it. No one's using it.
No,
Like, they're all insulated and everything. Lifts for the disabled and all that.
it's so much easier just to wait 5 minutes.
Of course
isn't
it is.
Yeah.
But they stopped all this freight coming through. Like they do that at night times. Like stop the big trains coming through nowadays. Like
Yeah.
so it's small ones through the day and then the big ones through the night.
There you go.
It used to stop the high street about 45 minutes out of every hour. So if you get ambulances, and this is the middle of the
Oh yeah, imagine an emergency vehicle. Like you
yeah.
can't go up the staircase. Thank you, sir. I like your flat cap. Very, very mad for it, Manchester.
You boy, Gainsborough.
Oui.
Loving
Not as hellish as Nottingham yet, although I have just arrived, and it's good to see that the not allowed surveillance tools are absolutely on point here as well. This is the fruity square, the fruitiest corner of Lincoln. Ooh, where, sir? Good to see the crappy communist revolution is also being scraped away here. People don't stand for this shit. You can see other bill posters of commie agitation ripped down. All I can say is get a job, you dirty communist. Support yourself. Stop parasiting off hardworking people. And then communists have the balls to call people that are successful parasites when they're the parasites. Projection much? Dirty commie, get a job. God, it is nice to be somewhere completely new. So it's not a copy of a facsimile, of a Xerox, of a photocopy, of a redo, of a rehash, of a sequel. This is pure novelty for my channel. Damn right. And again, the machinations of surveillance permeate every British city. It's almost as if they've imported thousands of people who have no impulse control and have to be monitored by a four-way swastika of CCTV. We've just come from there, and everywhere you look, the decayed 1970s department stores. Internet killed the video, not the video, Internet killed the department store star. Who can afford the rents? Or the minimum wage for the staff? You know, the Labour government's going to ramp up the minimum wage to like £100,000 a year so that everyone can be rich. And yeah, I promise it's not going to affect inflation. Anyway, Charlie, wrong meeting. You're at the London School of Economics tomorrow night. Body lipo here next to the casino. Oh my God. Body lipo, liposuction, laser, skin treatments. You know, change the outside of your body in the desperate hope it'll affect your inner consciousness. What a load of shit. Just eat healthily, do exercise, maintain a sunny disposition, and don't give your money to these ghouls and corporations promising you beauty. Beauty is only skin deep. Be a better person, you scumbags. And literally 50 yards from the last one, we've now got an ED-209 from RoboCop surveillance ball. Yo! Oh good, put down the gun. Bloody hell, and again another very fitting swastika of surveillance. Things are getting a bit quieter, slightly more civilized as we get further up the hill towards the cathedral. Everyone say hi to Dave.
Hey.
Dave was cycling. I said, Charlie, I said, yes. He goes, you're entering the posh bit. He said, you won't believe I've literally just said that on my video. So Dave, are you a real Lincolnian?
I am an actual yellow belly.
What's a yellow belly? Like
Yellow belly, yeah.
No, we're not allowed to say that. You're not Chinese.
No, we're either named after the colours of the Lincoln Regiment
yeah.
or generations of bending over picking corn in the fields,
Oh, I thought you were
which
saying...
gave people a yellow stomach.
I see.
So
Americans,
we are yellow bellies.
Americans get a red neck, but
Yes,
here you get
we get a yellow belly.
yellow belly. You learn something new. And is it true that they've got a copy of a real Magna Carta
They
document?
have a real Magna Carta
And that
in
gave-
the castle.
And that gave us rights, protecting us from the crazy ways of monarchs and blue bloods.
Which we are losing daily, it seems.
Yeah, but let's not get into our monarch's love for the
No.
for foreign faiths. There's no cut. Big thank you to me mate Dave. So far, I feel robbed. There is the odd bit of cracking. Wait. Is Inspector Clouseau on his way to Le Louvre to rescue the Napoleon's jewels? No? Poirot? No joke? No? Okay. Anyway, I feel a bit robbed. That comment that made me drive hours to get here, saying Lincoln is as bad as Nottingham. No, it's not. Look at this. Whoosh. Ooh la la. Ooh la la, monsieur. Regarde la cathédrale. J'aime beaucoup la cathédrale. Quick pause, because Jay Burkett. Check this out. You want some gauges from aircraft like Vampires, Hunters, Cessnas, Gnats, Mustangs? They've even got a Spitfire oxygen regulator. You know, altimeters, direction gyro from a Spitfire. You know, I was actually in the market for that. It's got a hole in my life of Spitfire parts. But you could get yourself into a lot of shit if you walk around with some replica bullets in this country. They would mess up your life, even though you explain, no, I bought them as memorabilia. And remember, guys, it's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. Folly, duck and snooties. Says no riffraff. This is my kind of shop. I'm like, no one wants riffraff. They'll lower the tone, lower property prices, make a mess. To hell with the riffraff, you know, like. It's getting a bit steep now, and they don't mess about, the medieval English, with their street names. Steep hill, you know. I'm continuing that tradition of nicknaming various characters that appear on my channel. Pigeon Nose, Long Hair, Elbow Man. There's millions. The hill gets steeper, and there's a lane here with a well at the end, and you'll never guess what it's called. That's right, guys, Well Lane. Well. We will use this middle-aged lady as a guide to show you how steep it is. Of course, we are filming in 2D, so you're gonna have to take my word for it. It's very steep. Nice house on the way up. There's a fig tree at the front and a vineyard grape plant at the back. Oh yeah, how's our middle-aged lady? She's still soldiering on. She's doing well. This 15th century Tudor building here is called the Harlequin. And they say on the side of it that it would have been a high status family that lived there. Now, many of the older buildings have been lost to decay, destruction, and ruin. But it's nice to see England has some examples of real history. And we're getting close now. Christ's Hospital Terrace. This will be very old as well. We're getting there. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get too many crackheads up here. I think up here I'm the crackhead. Having the time of another Tudor building. Oh, you can. Anyway, Steep Hill won Britain's Great Street 2012 winner, but it's been downhill since 2012. Oh my, they didn't tell me there was a castle here as well. I thought it was just a cathedral, but yeah. Royal, oh, and they've put art on it, and corporate art on the cathedral, ruining my shot. Look at that. But behind me is a medieval castle. Because we're in England, these things just pop out of nowhere here. Not even looking for it. You get castled up. And nowadays we have firewalls to protect corporate secrets from Russian and Chinese and North Korean cyber attacks. But back in the good old days, when we were a bit more physical, get a job, hippie. we'd have real walls. Wish that thing wasn't there. Seriously. Right, without further ado, we're on Exchequer Gate. I do like the nice pale beige sandstone, very nice. Perhaps my favourite building stone in England is the pale sandstone. It's great. It doesn't poor guy. Doesn't survive the acid rain or the passage of the centuries very well, but so soft. Oh, look at the reveal. Oh! Not been this impressed with the church since I was in Cologne for the big Gothic Cologne Cathedral. And again, this one probably also took hundreds of years to build, I'm sure. Go on, Lincoln. Go on, Abraham Lincoln. Go on, Lincoln Town Car.
There's one that's leaning anyway.
So there's a leaning tower. Thank you, sir. So he saw I was doing a nice tour of Lincoln. He goes, you may not know it, one of the towers is leaning, and no wonder it is. These were built by real men, not just pussy architects that build modernity these days. And of course, the car ramming of peace barrier, absolutely on point. Let's see what they're saying in terms of prices to go in. Yeah, very impressive. Very nice. Wow. If you are a state or monarchy or authority, you have to use the divine to impose your authority. I'm not saying it's not impressive, it is very impressive, but let's not forget why they were built like this. Many of the people did it for the glory of God, but most of it was done so that the peasantry and other people knew exactly who was in charge. After God came the king. Yeah, it's a good cathedral. I've plugged my ears because I'm not a shoplifter. I'm not going to steal a tour. I've not paid, so whatever he's saying, I'm not listening. But he's telling them good things about Abraham Lincoln's cathedral. So, wait, look at this. Look at that. Look how faded it is. Look at that. But fear not, modern craftsmen have rebuilt it, showing you what it would have originally looked like. Excellent. Just come in for a coffee at the coffee club next to the cathedral and check out my 20th century nostalgia. Look at that. Oh yeah. And why break a new tradition of free plugs? If the coffee's good, this could go very wrong for coffee culture. Let's see. No, that's a good coffee. Thanks.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Yeah, in Lincoln.
Yeah, and what you watching?
Charlie Veach show.
Hey, and what you up to today?
Well, just cruising around looking for this guy. What a legend.
Thank
what a
you.
guy.
And anyway, he's very humble. He lives in the city centre. He's installing a new kitchen, but he didn't want anyone to know that.
No, I'm installing it, but then I heard he was in town, so I followed him and I caught him. He's a guy. What a legend.
Thank you, Adi. All the best to you, man. Thank you.
Legend.
All the best. Big thank you to Adi. Good man. Now, I asked him, is there anything down here? He goes, not really. It's the posh end of town. And I said, oh, best of British. Got to show my viewers, especially all the Anglo diaspora in North America, down under. They like to see that some parts of England and Great Britain still remain, are still unspoilt, are still beautiful, are still safe. You can still come without a bodyguard, for now. And it makes me giggle that there's churches. There's like, it's like the cathedral's given birth to these little churches. There's one directly outside, St. Mary's Magdalene. And then there's this one, right? There's churches everywhere. We'll see what that archway thing is. Probably the city walls. And then we'll go back towards a more wild experience. Oh, it's filming sideways, I think. Anyway, you can tell it's nice down there. I'll turn it. You can tell it's nice that way. And I love how this medieval city walls, this arch, incorporates directly into the houses. Look at that. It's amazing. This country dripping with history, and look how thick the walls would have to be to stop the cannonballs. You know, as your enemy throws his balls against your face, you'd have to have thick walls to deal with it. Rule Britannia, Britannia rule the waves. Now, just off that archway, I just filmed it come down this little lane here. The cottage there says 1894. I've seen older. I've seen older. But what made me giggle, there's a car park in there, but private parking for council tenants only. That's people on welfare, people on benefits. And such is socialist Britain, that even here, right next to the castle, right next to the cathedral, left-leaning local governments will place social housing where the people either live for free or they live at extremely cheap rates. And it's the same all over the UK. I'm sure in America, Canada, Australia, it's the same. And some argue, perhaps correctly, that some of the people have low-paid jobs in the city centre, and if they had to commute from far away to get to their low-paid jobs, they couldn't afford to live. But I'm feeling quite brutal, so I'll say, get a better job, you scumbags. You scumbags of Lily Crap Court. So we leave Lily Crap, and oh, this is nice, Tower House. Now this tower does not look old. It looks like it was built in the 1800s, when there was a kind of historical revival by the Victorians. They like a bit of, oh, it's a water tower, look at that! Anglian water, love every drop. There's a narcotics joke in there somewhere. But yeah, I thought that was, and that's how they kept water pressure in the Victorian era. You just place it, they'd have to pump it up there surely. But then when you turn the tap, the water pressure would be good. Let's see what it says. Let's see. Give me a zoom. City of Lincoln Waterworks. Blah, 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 blah. What's that? MCM, oh God. What's that? 1911? I don't know. And you can start to see she is like an upside down Ukraine flag. Upside down Ukraine flag! But, oh shit. So there's some houses here, and the shot didn't quite work. You're meant to see the walls, but here we go. Medieval castle walls. Keep the invading hordes out. Keep the Scottish out. Maybe even keep the Welsh out. And I'm about to go back on the internet because I want to see how the English Civil War played out here in Lincoln and what damage was done by both sides. Look at that shot. Yep, I've been on the internet. You're going to love this, guys, as we look quickly at the Prince of Wales Inn. But there was a lot of fighting here in the English Civil War around 1640 to 1650 or so. And the last siege of Lincoln Castle and the surrounding walls, you saw that bit of archway, that broken wall. The last siege of Lincoln Castle and the cathedral, because this was all in one big area, was in 1644, when the royalists who believed in monarchy, the Cavaliers, and the parliamentarians, led by Oliver Cromwell, were called the Roundheads. Early precursors to the commies and the woke lefties we see these days. Maybe, maybe not. But funnily enough, the siege was led by the Earl of Manchester, a committed Roundhead parliamentarian. And the cavalry was led by none other than Oliver Cromwell himself. And in 1644, after they captured the lower part of town, they successfully scaled the walls of the fortified cathedral and castle area. And they took it and killed all the royalists inside, thus ending that particular chapter in the English Civil War. So these streets here would have been full of swords, muskets, shields, people with armor, all sorts of crazy shit. And what a time to be alive. And as Guns N' Roses, as Axl Rose sang, I don't need no civil war. It feeds the rich while it buries the poor. You're power hungry, selling soldiers in a human grocery store. Ain't that fresh? I don't need your civil war. And there you go. Back to current times. Oh, here's the St. Mary Magdalene Church, just as if Lincolnshire Cathedral had a poo, and it poo. Oh, ruined by the art. Look at that. Church within the church within the church. It's churches all the way down. Fractal churches. But what was I saying? Yeah, the car ramming barriers of peace. Absolutely on point. So we've got here. Just imagine the sheer terror of those last royalists. Now, I'm no royalist, so my whole calling the parliamentarians early precursors to the commies, I'm just effing around, guys. But just imagine the sheer terror of the siege inhabitants within the castle. Probably the last thing to fall was the castle, as they desperately manned their cannons to stop the Roundheads from taking the city. But the city exchanged hands many times. They say five or six times between the parliamentarians and the royalists. But I don't fancy it, guys. Like most of life, no, sorry, let me rephrase that. Most of politics and civilization is brainwashing people into ideologies and causes so that they do your bidding and happily die for you. That's beautiful. So we're not going to spend long in here, guys. We're going to go back to the roof. Back to the roof. But we're inside the walls here. Have a quick scan of that building there and then we'll go. Hello. I want to tell those people taking photographs there that those aren't real dragons. St. George would sort them out anyway. And what a load of shit. Just hunting for a thumbnail. Let's head back down, guys. We're back on the steep hill. And a lady, she was quite rotund, quite a larger lady. The sort that you wouldn't recommend go swimming near Norway or Japan because of the whaling. She said it's harder to go downhill than uphill. But I disagree. I've never understood when people say that. It's always easier to go downhill if you've got normal legs. Shalom. So, scratchy-faced crackhead full of sores. There he goes. He finds the other ones. Let me guess, ambulance? Yeah, that'll be an ambulance. Oh my. Did you know that the battle tank was invented in Lincoln? Well, you do now. Look at that sun through the Guildhall. I know we've done this shot before, but just look at it. There is hope beyond those arches. Oh, and original wooden beams. Oh yeah. And let's see how the camera copes. Oh, took its time, took its time. Took its time. They say we're back in the cheap part of town. I've just walked through the waterside looking to use the toilet, and they charge money for it. Piece of shit mall. Cornhill Market on Sincil Street. It's my philosophy, no man should pay to piss. Ever. Bet they're free. Great toilets. Someone dressed as Pikachu. I'm not even joking. Pikachu! Pikachu, no! Lincoln train station. Yeah. Oh, Mexican standoff. She's in the wrong lane. But Nissan boy's feeling very, very forgiving. Wait a minute. Okay. Back to the rougher end. What, Poundland? No, not Poundland. Well, I was like, is there only a police community support officer? But no. It's not just the lady from Poundland. That there in the leather is a cop, a fully fledged policeman. Hello, how are you? And yeah, I was trying to remain anonymous, but I wonder if he's got some guy in custody. No Chinese food for his customer today. So I had a nice chat with the motorbike officer there. I misread the scene. You know, you see a scene, you think someone's in custody. Don't do it, Van. Please, don't do it. Come on. Yeah, it's actually not a police thing. The policeman's just helping him. It's not actually, he's not in trouble. So anyway, the cop was cool. We appreciate friendly interactions with the constabulary. Let's try 20 times zoom. Ooh. Hope whoever's ordered the Just Eat gets their Chinese food. Otherwise, full refund. Oh, the bike's getting vanned. Interesting, be able to get this kind of shot from down the line. So I was recognised by the fruitiest man, the most vegetable man. You should see the size of his carrot. He's a good guy. How are you? Look at that, at least 9 inches. Thanks, mate. All the best. See you. Thank you. Yep, it's lunchtime. That's a good price for an M&S sandwich. And I am slowly turning homosex. I'm not sat on the T bit. I'm just on the LGB, leaning back on the LGB. But can't we just eat in peace? Like, do they not feel included yet? Like, to my gay viewers, I do have some very good quality gay viewers. We all accept you and include you. This is government pandering, isn't it? This is just woke point scoring. Okay, I'm in the back rooms here, the back lanes. Lovely trees, but I'm trying to get to the front of this ugly 1960s government building that you can see peeking through. I think it's City Hall, it says. So let's see what City Hall's got to say for itself. Lincoln Public Services Hub. If it weren't for the trees, it'd be fully Soviet. But it's okay. Is it? No, we'll see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't judge it yet. Whoa, just take it easy. Well, I've seen worse. I've seen better. The trees help. Wait, I'm starting to film now. I'll film whatever I want. Dude, come on. Dude, you're not the king of China. Come on, relax. Dude, I wasn't videoing you, but you kicked off demanding to delete it, so no. Film you now. Lost his bollocks. Lost his bollocks. Anyway. Hi, mate. You okay? As I was saying, this is where the government says you're not allowed to have benefits. F you, little scumbag. F you. Film whatever I want. Little scumbag absolutely lost his bollocks. So I was doing like the trees. There's trees I've seen worse, I've seen better. And the screen was on. And he's like, what are you filming? I said, not you, don't worry. And he's like, starts puffing up, coming round to have a look at the camera. I said, what are you doing? So then I start filming. But it's pure. And I didn't antagonize it. The pleb, the scum, tried to intimidate, got shown his arse. This is Lincoln. This is cveitch. We're approaching the White Horse pub. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. And to that commenter that promised me lots of crackheads, as Greta Thunberg would say, how dare you? We're going to just get a shot of the White Horse, and then we're going to end it. We're going to end it. I think there's some more crackheads down the hill here, so maybe we'll see. White Horse.